in the comments below if you think someone can make you feel a certain way, and maybe even share an example. One of the things one of my kids, well, not just one, at times they all can be frustrating, right? All of you that have kids, you can relate to that. But there's, that one in particular that knows how to push those buttons, right? Let me know if you can relate. Put hashtag buttons in the comments. Now, the question is, can someone make you feel in that particular way? So we're going to continue on what I talked about on my last live. I've been uh, going through an NLP course and learning about that. But today I want to talk about responsibility. Now we're going to talk about personal responsibility, and we're also going to be talking about responsibility as a leader. So one of the things that it comes down to is, what does responsibility mean? And really, if you break it down, you have response and you have ability. So do you have the ability to respond to something, right? Things don't happen to you, they happen and you get to decide how you're going to respond to them. So it's more of taking ownership and control of what you can do and your response, how you take action, how you show up, versus being a victim. Now, the first tip today is we're going to talk about, is the responsibility on you or on your team member for getting results? What do you think? Can you make someone take action in their business? Can you make someone make phone calls? Can you make someone put time and effort and invest in themselves and invest in their business? No, the answer is no. You can't make anyone do anything. They have to show up and decide to do that for themselves. So that responsibility, you have your own personal responsibility of how you're going to show up for your team, but you also have to realize that how your team shows up is their responsibility. As I was first getting started and getting people onto my team, for both my wife and I, it was challenging because I felt like I was letting them down because they weren't taking action and having success. So let me know if you guys have felt like that before with your team. They just weren't duplicating your efforts, and they weren't seeing the levels of success that you were having, or maybe you were just starting out and you're not seeing the successes that your leader is having. So a lot of it comes down to that personal responsibility of taking those actions, and then as a leader, realizing that all you can do is help, lead, guide, and inspire by also taking your own action. So lead by example. That's how you be a leader, is you show up, you do the work, and you serve. So for example, this training right here, what are you getting out of this training? Is that on me or is that on you? Right? How you show up, how you take value from the things that you put into your mind, and in that's on you. So you can choose to say, oh, I've heard all this before, and be negative about it, or you can look at it and say, is there a different perspective, and can I learn one little nugget to help me increase? Because otherwise it's just wasted time, and you're in full control of that. I have no control of it. I'm going to put this training out there. I hope that it benefits you, but that's not up to me. That's up to you and how you take it and do something with it. Tip number 2, you have a responsibility for value. Now, what do I mean by that? So the first thing is, as a leader, you have to be clear about what you are offering. Be open, be honest, be upfront, be very clear, and set a solid expectation with the people that you are looking to bring into your team, with your customers that you're looking to sell products to. If you set a clear expectation, it's hard to be disappointed when you're told up front. And even then, you're still going to have those people that are just disappointed to be disappointed because they like to be in a negative mindset. At the same time, are those the type of people that you want on your team, right? That be grateful for those opportunities, because that is an early warning sign for you. Okay. Now, I mentioned this again, look for different perspectives, as not just as a leader, but as you're personally taking things on. The value that's out in the world, it's there. And even if you think you've learned it before, what can you take away from it? That responsibility is yours. Okay, the third tip, not trick. Well, I guess it could be a trick too. Mindset hack, right? Is you're going to stick to the customers that are going to take full responsibility for their results. You're going to stick to the team members that are going to take full responsibility for their results. Not everyone is a perfect prospect. Not everyone is your perfect customer. Because if you have to drag them to it, you're going to have to continue to drag them through it. And is that really the way that you want to be spending your time? Or do you want to take people that are going to take 100% responsibility, know that they have the ability to respond? And that doesn't mean they're going to have be perfect and happy and positive all the time. Entrepreneurship, being in business, is hard. And that just happens. Sometimes you take your lumps, and you feel the emotion of that, and then you pick yourself back up and get going again. And you're going to have team members that do that, but the difference is that they are going to pick themselves back up. You are going to be there and support them and learn these tips and tricks so that you can help train them the same way. But you have your part in that by you being there and showing up as a leader, and they have their part in that by what they do and take from that. So just remember those three tips: that take responsibility for getting results, or have your team members take that responsibility. Second tip is responsibility for value, for creating value as a leader and for what value you receive as an individual. And the third one is sticking to people that are going to take responsibility, because that's ultimately what you want. Is you want leaders in your team, and people that take responsibility are leaders. So I just want you guys to know that you are going to do amazing, amazing things. Believe in yourself, because, for me, I believe that you guys that are showing up, that are listening, that are taking action in your business, regardless of whether you feel like you're having success, that is 100% success. And as you continue to show up, that you are going to see those results coming back to you tenfold in what you put out there. So just make sure you be consistent. You're doing awesome. Stick with it. I'm proud of you. Let me know in the comments what value or what nugget you were able to get from today's training, what positive thing, and I will talk to you guys later. Have a good one.